The man clearly had a kind face and loved helping others, yet no one dared to get close to him. Even the fiercest dog in the neighborhood would wet itself in terror upon seeing him, all because the man was 2 meters tall, built like an ox, and looked extremely ferocious, like a monster, not looking like a good person at all. It turns out, 5 years ago, he awakened a super macho man system. As long as he completed system tasks, he could get rewards. At first, he was quite excited, but soon, he became depressed, because every system reward was an increase in muscle and strength. 5 years passed, and he turned into this fierce appearance. The good thing is, when it comes to fights, the man doesn't even need to lift a finger. Just one punch to the wall next to him can scare away everyone on the opposite side. But the downside is, he doesn't have a single friend, because absolutely no one dares to approach him. And right now, Qianting is on his way to register at university, but in a clearly overcrowded train car. Only his section is sparsely populated, and all this is because he is standing here. No one dares to get close. At this moment, a little girl nearby just took one look at Qianting and was immediately pulled behind by her mother. "Oh, my little ancestor. Don't stare. Aren't you afraid of being snatched and eaten?" Qianting smiled helplessly. He was already used to it. Who told him to look so fierce? Just then, a good friend with the username Sissy Young Master suddenly sent Qianting a message. "Macho man, what time are you arriving at the university today? I'm currently on subway line 2. 3 more stops to the school." "What? Subway line 2? 3 more stops. This, and this netizen named Sissy Young Master is a good friend Qianting met playing games 5 years ago. Although they haven't met in person, nor have they seen photos of each other, they have always gotten along well playing games and chatting. Therefore, this Sissy Young Master is also Qianting's best, and only, friend and brother. Just as Qianting was about to reply to the message, the system sound suddenly rang out. Task refreshed. The most beautiful girl in carriage number 3 is about to get an upskirt photo taken by an old pervert. Please lend a helping hand. Host. Reward upon completion, 10,000 yuan. 5 years. Waiting for 5 years. A cash reward has finally appeared. Instead of gaining more muscle, then Qianting excitedly walked towards carriage number 3. Seeing Qianting walking over, the people around were terrified and immediately pressed against the walls, not daring to make the slightest sound. The originally crowded carriage instantly cleared a spacious aisle. Meanwhile, inside carriage number 3, Bingyan was holding her phone tightly, her face slightly flushed. "I didn't expect that guy, Macho Man, to actually be on this subway train too. What if we run into each other at the school gate later? What should I do? I haven't even prepared myself for a meeting yet. I just wonder what he looks like in person. But this guy always says he's 2 meters tall. A humanoid bear monster. Oomph. He just knows how to lie." As she was thinking, Bingyan suddenly noticed a very creepy-looking middle-aged man nearby was holding his phone, staring at her shiftily. Her intuition told her she was secretly being photographed by a pervert, and no matter how Bingyan dodged, the creepy guy kept blatantly moving closer to sneak photos. What should I do? Without solid evidence, even if I accuse him, I can't get him arrested. Just as the creepy guy wanted to move his phone's camera angle to an even more compromising position, a deep voice suddenly sounded slowly from behind him. "Sneaking pictures of girls. At your age, have you lived your life as an animal? Which blind fool says I'm taking secret pictures? Without evidence, don't falsely accuse a good person." As soon as he finished speaking, the creepy guy was suddenly lifted up by Qianting like a little chick. At this moment, the train just arrived at the station. Qianting directly threw him out of the carriage. The creepy guy fell heavily onto the platform floor, grimacing in pain. He just wanted to get up and curse, but when he got his first look at Qianting, the creepy guy was so terrified he felt like his breathing was going to stop. He saw the other party was 2 meters tall, like a living llama descended to earth, staring at him ferociously, as if in the next second, he was going to skin him alive. No, don't kill me. I won't dare to do it ever again." Saying that, the creepy guy's legs trembled. A pale yellow liquid flowed down. He was literally scared into peeing himself. The surroundings suddenly fell silent. Every passenger looked at Qianting in horror. This person's appearance is too terrifying. Is he a humanoid monster? Is this some kind of genetic mutation? What movie did this mutant jump out of? Seeing the creepy guy scared to this extent, Qianting decided to leave it at that. Helping the girl get rid of the creep should count as completing the task. Anything else has nothing to me with me. However, just as Qianting was about to leave, 2 subway security guards holding riot batons suddenly rushed over. Hey, big guy, stop right there," requesting backup at the platform. But when Qianting turned around, the 2 of them instantly froze in place as if they had seen a ghost. Their legs wouldn't obey them. Holy crap, what's the deal with this person? So terrifying. Is this an alien? Security, it's him. He's planning to kill me. Hurry up and arrest him. The 2 guards wanted to intervene, but seeing Qianting's size, they didn't dare to take half a step forward. They could only pray in their hearts that the backup team would hurry up. And hearing the creepy guy taking the opportunity to sling mud at him, Qianting's face instantly darkened. Seeing this, around him, everyone instantly tensed their bodies in fear, afraid that the enraged Qianting would cause a fatality in the next second. It's not like that. It's that pervert, who was just secretly taking pictures of me with his phone on the subway. And then this strong man stepped forward to help me out and caught him. The one speaking was Bingyan. Although this humanoid bear monster looked dozens of times scarier than the creepy guy, she still mustered the courage to help Qianting clear up the misunderstanding. So that's how it is. I was just saying this gentleman looks so kind. He doesn't seem like a bad person. However, sir, We still earnestly request that you come with us to record a statement to provide some evidence. No need. This is the creepy guy's phone. The physical evidence of the sneak photos is right inside. This person is a repeat offender. You guys can just send him directly to the police station. I'm still in a hurry to go register for school. After saying that, Qianting turned around and left the scene. Congratulations, host. Task to help the girl escape the old pervert's sneak photos completed. Reward being distributed. 10,000 yuan received in Alipay. I didn't expect 10,000 bucks to be so easy to get. This system is really awesome. At the same time, at the gate of Ningbei University, many senior students were welcoming freshmen. The atmosphere at the scene was very lively. However, in the very next moment, the entire area suddenly quieted down. Just because a super huge figure was walking step by step towards the school gate, the crowd that was just laughing and chatting was instantly terrified and scattered. Holy crap, look. What the hell? Could it be that someone in the school borrowed from a loan shark and didn't pay it back? And debt collectors have come to the door to demand payment? At the same time, two security guards who noticed the anomaly quickly grabbed their weapons and rushed over. But as soon as they arrived in front of Qianting, the two of them instantly turned pale from the immense oppressive force. Hey, this is Ningbei University. People from outside society cannot enter casually. Right. If you take a few more steps forward, we will call the police directly. I am a student here. Am I not allowed to enter either? Qianting was very calm. Such misunderstandings are already commonplace for him. You are a student of Ningbei University. Don't joke around. Yeah, I have never seen you before. In order to keep their jobs, even in fear, the two absolutely couldn't easily let this kind of dangerous element enter the campus. Helplessly, Qianting directly took out his admission letter and ID card. Seeing this, the two guards and the surrounding students were dumbfounded. Are you kidding me? This guy's arms are several times thicker than my thighs, and he's actually a freshman at our school. With that murderous aura on him, I wouldn't believe it if he hadn't killed someone. The admission letter must be fake. But the guard took the admission letter and carefully inspected it from start to finish and still had to believe that the other party was really a freshman. But this guy's build, his eyes, and this fierce aura, it's just too absurd. Sorry, classmate, it's us who were too sensitive. You can go in now. Qianting dragged his suitcase and walked through the campus gate, only to find the campus that was bustling a moment ago was now completely empty. At the same time, in boys' dormitory room 302, three freshmen who had just arrived at the dorm had finished getting to know each other. Among them, the biggest one, dressed in designer clothes, asked, "School is about to start soon. Why hasn't the last brother in our dorm arrived yet? What's there to be anxious about? Maybe he got delayed by something. How could I not be anxious? We're going to be living together for 4 years, like Lu, Guan, and Zhang swearing brotherhood in the peach garden. We dorm mates also need to build a good relationship and arrange who is the first, second, third, and fourth brother." That's true too, but how should we decide the order? Then let's not make it complicated. Let's just rank ourselves by age and height. When that brother comes, he can just join in. You guys don't have any objections, right? G. Boda was calculating in his heart when he learned that the other two were 19 years old while he was 20 and his height was obviously the tallest. We don't have any other objections. It seems the position of the eldest brother and dorm head is definitely mine. Right at this moment, the dorm door was suddenly opened. Then, a massive figure carrying a suitcase walked in. "Brother, you're finally here. We were just waiting for you." Before he could finish his sentence, G. Boda flopped down and fell on the floor, almost unable to catch his breath. "Hello everyone, my name is Qianting. Very nice to meet you all. For the next 4 years, we will be classmates and roommates. Please take care of me from now on." Did I hear that wrong? This living llama is our roommate. Mommy, even jokes should have a limit. Whoever saw a proper freshman look like this? What should we do? Is it still too late to drop out? I want to go home and find my mom. Seeing the three of them trembling all over, looking like they couldn't catch their breath, Qianting hurriedly smiled and comforted them. "Everyone, relax. Although my build is slightly on the larger side, but I really love making friends. I'm very easy to get along with." Hearing this, the three nodded madly and slowly lowered their guard. Then one by one, they gathered their courage and carefully introduced themselves. However, the atmosphere soon became dead silent again. No one dared to say another word. Right at this moment, the system's voice suddenly rang in Qianting's mind. "Task refreshed. Daily workout. Please, within 10 minutes, do 300 push-ups. Reward upon completion. Obtain a low-level business opportunity intelligence." Although the task is simple, what exactly is this low-level business opportunity? Could it be even more awesome than the previous 100,000 cash reward? Thinking of this, Qianting didn't hesitate. He just dropped to the floor and rapidly started doing push-ups at a terrifyingly fast speed, almost 2 per second. The Macho Man system didn't just bring him muscle and strength, it also greatly increased his agility. At this time, the three roommates' eyes widened like saucers. Holy crap, this is too insane. No wonder his physique is so good. He just starts working out at the drop of a hat. Holy moly, this guy took only 2.5 minutes to do 300 one-handed push-ups. Is this still human? Congratulations, host, for obtaining low-level business opportunity intelligence. You have received a secret barbecue recipe and the transfer contract for that shop. With a thought. A contract appeared in Qianting's hand. This is telling me to open a shop and be a boss. And this shop is right near the school gate, not even 100 meters away. It can be considered a prime location. I could practically make money lying down. Estimated calculations. By using the system's provided secret barbecue recipe, annual profits will be over 3 million. Holy crap. I crossed over here for 5 years, worked painstakingly in a factory, and only earned 5 or 600,000. This one low-level business opportunity intelligence guarantees a 3 million annual income. Too sweet, isn't it? The three roommates saw the macho man suddenly start sneering out of nowhere and instantly felt a chill run down their spines. Are you three free tonight? And no, boss. If you need anything, just give the order. The other two also nodded hastily. They had an intuition that if they said they weren't free, they might be thrown out the third-floor window by him. Just call me Qianting. As long as you're free. Then tonight we'll grab a bite at the barbecue place by the school gate. My treat. How could we impose? Boss, you are too polite. We can just split the bill. Right. Once the three heard he was treating them to a meal, their suspended hearts finally settled down. As long as it's not murder and arson or robbery, it's fine. Okay, then it's a date. Right at this moment, the good friend named Sissy Young Master suddenly sent a message. Macho man, today's the first day of freshman registration. Did you run into anything fun? Sissy Young Master is Qianting's friend and brother from playing games for many years. The two always chat and play games together online, but they had never met in person, nor seen photos. This morning on the subway, I helped a girl deal with a creepy guy. Did another good deed. I heard that girl is even our school's campus belle. At the same time, in the sophomore girls' dormitory, campus belle He Bing Yan stared at her phone message, almost unable to catch her breath. Helped the campus belle deal with a creep. Holy crap, could it be that the big guy who saved me on the subway is my game friend Macho Man? No wonder Macho Man always said he was 2 meters tall, a humanoid bear monster. I didn't expect it to actually be true. Recalling what Macho Man looked like on the subway during the day, He Bing Yan's face instantly flushed red. Her ear tips grew hot. I didn't expect Macho Man to not only be gentle, cheerful, and have inner beauty, but to actually be quite handsome too. Macho Man, you aren't lying to me, are you? Is that girl really the campus belle? I really didn't lie to you. Got to go. Sissy Young Master, I'm going out to eat with my roommates first. After closing the chat, Qianting and his three roommates quickly arrived at the barbecue shop by the school gate. Oh man. There's a big queue. Business at this barbecue shop is too good. Should we change to another place? Don't rush. Let's wait and see for a bit. Hearing the three of them talk, a person waiting in front turned around and said, I can tell at a glance you guys are university freshmen. There's a line at this place every day, especially at this mealtime. I advise you guys to leave here. Midway through his sentence, the man stopped abruptly. BB big boss. You guys wait in line. We'll step out first. Seeing the terrifyingly huge figure behind him, the man swallowed hard, then grabbed his companion and ran outside in a panic. Their commotion. Immediately following, several screams rang out. In less than half a minute, there wasn't a single person waiting in line outside the barbecue shop. The three roommates were directly dumbfounded by this sight. Holy crap, brother, he is awesome. And right now, Qianting was bringing his roommates to eat. But the barbecue shop, which was usually packed, hardly had any customers today. And this was all because as soon as he arrived, he scared away all the customers waiting in the long line. Brother, he is awesome. From now on, when we follow you out to eat, wouldn't it mean we'll never have to wait in line? Maybe later, we won't even have to pay. Are you kidding me? If we don't pay, I'm afraid the boss will beat us to death. Just as he spoke, the system's voice suddenly rang in Qianting's mind. Task refreshed, turning over a new leaf. Take the troublemaking street thugs under your wing. Arrange a job opportunity for them. Reward upon completion. Obtain 300,000 yuan in business startup funds. Isn't this a coincidence? Yesterday the system just rewarded the transfer contract for this shop. I can take this opportunity to recruit a few waiters and dishwashers. Qianting turned his head to look, and sure enough, he saw a few street thugs surrounding the barbecue shop owner. Boss, the 2 cockroaches we found in your food last time. How do you plan to resolve this matter? Brother who? Why is it you again? Didn't I pay you compensation for emotional distress last time? The hygiene of your shop is so poor. I'm a kind-hearted person. I don't want you to harm others too. Brother who? I'm just running a small business. Besides, this shop is about to be transferred to someone else soon. Let's part on good terms. How much do you want before you let me go? The boss could only consider himself unlucky. This brother who comes every week using dirty tricks to demand money, and this brother who seems to have some connections. Even calling the police is useless as long as you're sensible. Figure out how much to give yourself. Rest assured, with me, brother who, covering you from now on, no one will dare touch you. As soon as he finished speaking, the 4 thugs suddenly felt the sky turn dark. Looking up, a massive figure instantly scared them into falling onto the ground, their whole bodies trembling incessantly. Holy crap. What kind of monster is this? With that look in his eyes, he couldn't be a murderer, right? You just said you found 2 cockroaches eating at this shop. Is this true? Why yes, we really found them. If why you don't believe it, ask the boss. Tell me the truth, otherwise the consequences will be severe. Qianting's face darkened. His terrifying aura instantly broke the 4 spirits. I was wrong, boss. I admit we secretly put those cockroaches in. Boss, Please don't kill us. We were really out of money. That's why we came out to do this. We'll never dare to again next time. Having no money isn't an excuse to embark on a path of crime. How about this? You guys will follow me from now on. First, pay off the money you extorted from the boss last time. Start by coming to this barbecue shop and working as waiters and dishwashers. The salary will be paid monthly at the average level. Brother Hu and the others were dumbfounded. They didn't expect the big boss not only wouldn't punish them, but would also give them a job. The few of them were instantly moved to tears. This big brother about giving them jobs. I can't make that call either, because in a few days, my barbecue shop will be transferred to someone else. Hearing this, Qianting directly brought out a file folder. This is the transfer contract. I am the transferee. The barbecue shop owner was bewildered. He didn't expect that the person who helped him was actually the one taking over his shop. You four will start working today. If you aren't honest again, the consequences will be severe. Yes, yes, yes. Big boss, don't worry. We will definitely turn over a new leaf and work honestly from now on. Follow the big boss on the right path. Task completed. 300,000 business startup funds have been issued. Task completed. It seems these four weren't lying. I didn't expect all these muscles to actually be a little useful. Saying goodbye to the barbecue shop owner, Qianting and his 3 roommates walked on the way back to school. Soon, the system's voice sounded again. Task refreshed. Lending a helping hand. In a residential area 300 meters ahead, an elderly person is about to accidentally fall from the 6th floor. Please do your best to rescue them. Host. Reward upon completion. 10 bitcoins. Holy crap. It seems 1 bitcoin is worth 30,000 US dollars. 10 coins would be 2 million renminbi. Just as he was thinking, screams of exclamation soon came from the residential area ahead. Oh my god. Look. On the 6th floor, the old lady hanging by the windowsill could fall down at any moment. It's too dangerous. It will take a while for fire rescue to arrive. Someone has already rushed up there. But I heard, this old lady has dementia and lives alone. The security door is locked too. It can't be opened at all. Before they finished speaking, the crowd suddenly felt the ground start to tremble slightly. What's going on? Is it an earthquake? Turning their heads to look, several people were so scared their hearts almost stopped. They only saw a macho monster, over 2 meters tall, built like an ox, charging at them like a wild bull. Everyone was so scared they immediately pressed to the side, making way for a spacious aisle, not daring to make the slightest sound, afraid that if they were a second late and got knocked over, they would be directly paralyzed and severely injured. However, in the next moment, a scene that the crowd couldn't believe happened again. They saw Qianting, just as he was about to hit the wall of the apartment building, pushed off the ground forcefully with his right foot. His whole body took a leap, and then... Is he planning to free climb and climb from here up to the 6th floor? At this time, Qianting, who had reached the 2nd floor, while carefully calculating in his mind, climbed upwards. With a light leap, he climbed to the 3rd floor, but although he only weighs 200 G, 100 kilograms, the AC outdoor unit under his feet actually looked like it couldn't quite bear the weight. Looking at this large figure, climbing upwards so easily and agilely, the crowd was directly dumbfounded. Damn, is this still human? Even movie actors couldn't act out this effect, this explosive power. Is he a mutated elite human? If Newton saw this kid, his coffin lid probably couldn't be held down. And Qianting had climbed to the 5th floor. Just then, the old lady on the 6th floor seemed unable to hold on anymore. Seeing this, Qianting took a powerful leap and grabbed directly onto the 6th floor. Then swinging his body vigorously, instantly grabbed the old lady and lifted her in his hand. Because his muscle strength was too great, the 100-gene old lady in Qianting's hand was just like a ragdoll. Holy crap, that was an eye-opener. Truly an eye-opener. This rescue is more impressive than special effects in movies. This young man is truly courageous. Brother. I wouldn't even submit to an old lady in my life, but I submit to you. However, in the next second, due to the aging of the wall structure, Qianting lost his grip, and the two of them instantly started falling from the 6th floor. The crowd immediately erupted with several screams, thinking it was going to turn into a tragedy. But Qianting didn't panic at all. He timed it perfectly, and kicked off an AC outdoor unit, successfully using it as leverage to significantly slow their fall. A few seconds later, with a loud crash, the two crashed onto a car. Quick, call an ambulance. These two must be severely injured. Go check on them quickly. As soon as the words fell, everyone turned pale with fright. They saw that 2-meter-tall big guy who saved the person stand straight up holding the old lady, cracked his neck, and walked down from the roof of the car like nothing happened. Don't worry everyone, Grandma should be fine. The crowd's pupils instantly dilated. Holy crap, is this still human? Falling from such a height and actually being fine. This guy, even if his physique is different from normal people, isn't that a bit too exaggerated? Just then, the sound of police cars and fire trucks could faintly be heard from afar. Several AC outdoor units, plus a very expensive luxury car. I might have to pay millions. If I don't run now, I'm done for. Saying that, Qianting moved with the speed of lightning and quickly disappeared from the spot, leaving the crowd on the spot completely dumbfounded. Rescue task completed. 10 bitcoins have been issued. Not bad. Bitcoin is still in a crazy growth phase. I can't sell now. As for the barbecue shop, I'll just have to wait until military training is over before going to take care of it. Time soon came to the next day. It was also the first day for all freshmen to start military training. Everyone Everyone was in unified military training uniforms, but because Qianting's size was too big, he could only wear his custom-made clothes, and the clothes couldn't cover his robust and exaggerated muscle lines at all. Therefore, Qianting standing in the crowd stood out like a sore thumb, extremely conspicuous. He quickly attracted the gaze of a large group of boys. It was the kind where they wanted to look, but didn't dare to. Hello, students. The location for our half-month military training is a military camp 15 kilometers outside the school. Therefore, the first military training task today is called experiencing the long march. All students will now start walking over on foot. As soon as this was said, the scene instantly became noisy. You must be joking. I haven't walked 10 kilometers combined in the past 2 months. Finishing this 15-kilometer walk. Damn, I'm afraid I'll be dead. On such a hot day, what if someone gets heat stroke? However, for Qianting, 15 kilometers was indeed very easy. Any daily running task the system gave was at least 20 kilometers. 3 minutes later, a long line began walking towards the destination. But after just 1 hour, it was obvious that many freshmen couldn't take it anymore. Their legs trembling, foreheads covered in cold sweat. Even their complexions looked wrong, while Qianting felt like the warm-up hadn't even started. Just then, the system's voice suddenly rang out. Task refreshed. 1 belt 1 road. Help people with heat stroke. Move them to the temporary medical point. Reward upon completion. For every target completed, reward 10,000 yuan with no cap. Holy crap. Helping 1 person earns 10,000 yuan. If I help 100, wouldn't that be $1 million in cold hard cash directly? Very good. Now the real warm-up begins. While the men were on their way to the military training camp, suddenly a girl up ahead suffered from heat stroke. Someone fainted. What should we do? Hurry up and send her to the temporary medical point up ahead. It's about 2 kilometers from here. All the freshmen were scared and didn't know what to do when a large figure suddenly arrived in front of them. Leave this girl to me. Saying that, Qianting directly gave her a bear hug and started running forward with giant strides. Everyone was stunned. Even if 2 people carried one, it would be very strenuous to walk. But this man on his own actually ran with the feeling of an 8-second 100-meter sprint. Holy crap. Who knew the university had such talent? This guy actually has the faint aura of a special forces king. After 2.5 minutes, the girl with heat stroke was suddenly shaken awake by Qianting's large strides. Big brother, slow down a bit. Really, I'm feeling a bit unwell. Bear with it a little longer. It's bound to be a bit uncomfortable. We'll be there very soon. Arriving at the temporary medical point, the medic froze instantly. Classmate, no. Big brother, you didn't happen to carry her all the way here in your arms, did you? Yes, I occasionally work out normally. This level of weight load is absolutely nothing. Saying that, Qianting directly turned and returned the way he came. There were still many classmates with heat stroke waiting to be rescued. Not to mention, the system just refreshed the task. He could get a 10,000 yuan reward for every person saved. Time is money. Just like that. Within 10 minutes, Qianting went back and forth and successively dropped off 6 girls and 2 boys. And seeing the scene of the 2-meter giant constantly running to save people, many students pulled out their phones to film. At the same time, several instructors were also dumbfounded by this scene. Holy crap, is this kid really a freshman? Having such a strong build is one thing, but he's so fast too. In the time it takes me to run 1 trip, he's already made 4 or 5 round trips. This guy must have saved about 10 people already, and he's barely broken a sweat. Plus, why does he look more and more excited? With this physical quality, not becoming a soldier is too much of a pity. Like this, Qianting saved people back and forth while following the large group to continue advancing. 2.5 hours later, the team finally arrived at the military camp. All the students were tired to the point of near collapse. At this moment, they finally truly understood the significance of this 15-kilometer hike to experience the Long March. The historical Red Army's Long March was a full 25,000 li. The number of martyrs who sacrificed themselves exceeded 70,000. By comparison, they had only walked 15 kilometers. What did that amount to? You must be student he. You've worked hard. Thanks to you, dozens of students with heat stroke were able to receive timely aid. It was just lifting a finger. It was what I ought to do. Besides, it's not even 1/10 the difficulty of the marathons I usually run. Brother he. How can I train to get a steel-like body like yours? Exercise often and you can be like this too. Brother he. You think too highly of me. Even if I train for 100 years, it's impossible to be like this. After some small talk and lunch, next was an entire afternoon of standing in military posture training. Time soon reached the evening. Students, to welcome the enrollment of freshmen. Tonight, we plan to temporarily hold a simple welcome party. Are there any students willing to come up and sing or dance to show off their talents? Holy crap, the opportunity has come. Maybe I can even attract some pretty girls. Brother he, how about we go up together and sing or dance or something? Are you kidding me? Making a big tall man like me go up and dance or sing? You might as well just kill me. Task refreshed. Perform an act that can shock 80% of the audience present. Task completion reward. Stock market trend intelligence for the next 7 days. This dog system really knows how to time things. But this reward, stock market trends, seems much more awesome than directly giving money. Hee. I feel like I can make a killing with this. But apart from a body full of muscles, I have no other talents. I know. Why don't I just perform smashing a boulder on the chest? But seeing Qianting hugging a huge stone that looked like a meteorite, walking up to the stage with a relaxed and steady pace, everyone instantly exploded into an uproar. One by one, their eyes widened like saucers. Holy crap, is brother he going to perform smashing a boulder on the chest? Damn, is this still human? It's not a fake prop, is it? My family runs a stone factory. This is definitely a real solid stone. And with this density and volume, it's at least 320 G, 160 kilograms. This is a human crane, isn't it? I have trouble carrying 50 G of rice. And at this time, Qianting still mistakenly thought the crowd's reaction meant they didn't like this talent. Could it be they all dislike it? Because this stone is too small and too light? But this is already the biggest stone I could find. Saying that, Qianting directly lay down on the ground, then pressed the huge stone onto his chest. Along with his breathing, the huge stone also rose and fell. Seeing this, everyone instantly broke out in a cold sweat. Many students just looking at it felt their own chests tighten, as if they couldn't catch their breath. Damn, truly lived long enough to see everything. Is this something I can watch for free? Brother, how about collecting some admission fee for a paid viewing? This isn't smashing a boulder. This is smashing a meteorite on the chest, right? No way, brother. It's just performing a talent. Why are you risking your life? At this moment, the hearts of the two instructors nearby instantly leapt into their throats. In the next second, they saw Qianting take a deep breath. His chest suddenly puffed up. His clothes and whole body muscles suddenly tensed. His distinctly separated muscle blocks lightly hugged his arms and exerted force fiercely like two pieces of tempered steel. The whole huge stone first made a faint cracking sound. Spiderweb-like cracks instantly spread from the center of the stone. Immediately following, with a deafening crisp crash, the over 300 G huge stone cracked and exploded right down the middle. Pieces of broken stone crashed all over the ground with a clatter. The scene instantly fell into a dead silence. Someone's jaw dropped, corners of their mouth twitching nonstop. Someone was rubbing their eyes, confirming repeatedly. Everyone's worldview was completely shattered. Holy crap, I didn't see that wrong, did I? No hammer used. Relied purely on muscles to crush the stone. What exactly did this guy eat growing up? A 300 G stone in his hands is just like me. His pectoral muscles are harder than my head. Is this the gap between person and person? Impossible. Absolutely impossible. I've led military training for 10 years, and I've never seen such an absurdly ruthless person. Hello everyone. Sorry for making a fool of myself just now. My name is Qianting. I am 18 years old this year. I love learning. I'm relatively shy. Please take good care of me from now on. Hearing this, everyone nodded madly. However, in the next second, the scene instantly plunged into dead silence again. Task completed. Reward obtained. Stock market trend intelligence for the next 7 days. Not bad, not bad. I'm finally going to strike it rich. I need to find a chance to quickly make a huge profit. Time quickly advanced to the next day. Two police officers suddenly came to the camp early in the morning to find Qianting. Seeing this, the other freshmen were stunned. Holy crap. Could it be brother he did something bad? And got the police knocking on his door. No way. Although he looks very fierce on the outside, he actually seems like a pretty good guy. Maybe judging a book by its cover isn't reliable. Otherwise, why would the police personally run to the camp? Walking up to Qianting, the two police officers instantly broke out in a fine sweat. They didn't expect that looking closely. The sense of oppression from this person would be so terrifying. Mr. He, do you still remember what you did in the previous residential area? The few AC units broken while saving the person back then. And a luxury car, sure enough, I still can't escape it. Of course I remember. So how much do I have to pay? What paying? Oh, you mean that S-Class Mercedes? You don't need to pay for any of that, because the old lady you saved happens to be the mother of the Mercedes owner. So the car owner's family asked us to bring you to the police station, and are preparing to thank you in person. Qianting's worry instantly turned to joy. Luckily, I had good luck. Otherwise I was almost about to go bankrupt. Sure, but can you take me to the city center first? I have a little something to handle. Of course you can. Saying that, the group drove and quickly arrived in the city. Right at this moment, the system's voice suddenly rang in Qianting's mind. Task refreshed. Bravely catching the criminal. Please within 1 hour, catch the criminal suspect ponytail. Upon completion, you will receive a top-spec Mercedes G800 AMG off-road vehicle. Damn. Dog system. Is this something ordinary people can accept? And with a 1 hour time limit to complete it. Who is this ponytail? I don't even know where he is. At this time, Qianting quickly found in the nearby crowd and locked onto the wanted criminal from the system task. This person's crimes are heinous, long involved in drug trafficking and robbery. The police tried to arrest him multiple times, but he cunningly escaped. Therefore, the moment he saw the drug dealer, Qianting's surrounding aura abruptly changed, his eyes revealing a fierce gleam, like a fierce beast about to swallow its prey alive, walking step by step towards the drug dealer. Seeing this scene, the surrounding crowd subconsciously held their breath in fear, their bodies covered in goosebumps, retreating again and again in a panic. The street that was crowded just a moment ago instantly emptied out a spacious path. Holy crap, what a terrifying humanoid Gundam. What the hell? Did some murderer escape from some prison? Hurry up and call the police. Damn. This isn't a humanoid Gundam. This is a fucking human road roller. At this time, the drug dealer who sensed the anomaly suddenly also felt a chill down the back of his neck. Turning his head to look, he met exactly with Qianting's man-eating gaze. His whole body instantly froze, his soul almost scared out of his body. Damn, who is this monster? I don't think I've ever robbed him. Why is he staring at me? Watching the demon in front of him closing in step by step, the drug dealer immediately felt something was wrong. In the next second, he scrambled away and turned to run, and Qianting immediately opened his long legs and started giving chase at an 8-second 100-meter pace because his strides were fast and heavy. Even the ground began to vibrate slightly. What's going on? Is there an earthquake? No, it's that big guy running over there. Damn, running so fast with that build. Is he Ascension Tank? One of his steps equals 3 of mine. At this moment, the drug dealer looked back and saw a 2-meter-tall, muscular humanoid monster charging at him like a crazed wild bull, almost giving him a heart attack from fear. No, big brother, are you sick in the head? How did I provoke you? Do we even know each other? Seeing that he was about to be caught, the drug dealer unexpectedly snatched a motorcycle from the roadside and twisted the throttle to flee madly. Qianting quickened his pace. Unexpectedly, an old man cycling against traffic suddenly rushed out, seeing that they were about to collide head-on with Qianting. In the nick of time, Qianting's figure shifted, leaving only an afterimage. In the next second, he steadily grasped the handlebars, pulling both the person and the bike in front of him. The old man was completely bewildered. Why, young man? This is my bike. What are you doing? Borrowing it to catch a bad guy. Saying that, Qianting's legs pushed fiercely, pedaling faster and faster. In just a few seconds, his legs became so fast there were only 2 afterimages. Sparks instantly flew from the bicycle chain. The originally slow 28-inch bicycle was like it was equipped with rocket thrusters. Its speed broke through 100 instantly and quickly caught up with the drug dealer's motorcycle. Seeing this scene, everyone was directly dumbfounded. Is this still a bicycle? This is a fucking supersonic fighter jet, right? Old man, what power source does your bike use? No, it's that big brother's legs. They aren't human legs. Truly lived long enough to see everything. A bicycle can actually run faster than a motorcycle. On the other side, the drug dealer was so anxious he was about to cry. The throttle was twisted almost to the max, but he still couldn't shake him off. Just then, Qianting abruptly stood up. His legs pushed off the bicycle. The over 2-meter giant of a man soared into the air like a heavy artillery shell. The huge dark shadow instantly engulfed the entire motorcycle. In the next second, a loud crash. The motorcycle was instantly smashed out of shape and sent flying. The drug dealer passed out on the spot, while Qianting, like nothing happened, cracked his neck and stood right up from straddling the drug dealer. Run! Keep running. The prey I set my sights on has never been able to run away. Damn, that was an eye-opener. Truly an eye-opener. This is more exaggerated than movie special effects. Over 200 Gene, actually flying so high straight up. If Newton saw this kid, his coffin lid probably couldn't be held down. Looking fierce and vicious. To think he's actually a hero catching a wanted criminal. Task completed. Congratulations host on obtaining the reward. A top-spec Mercedes G800 AMG off-road vehicle. Please go to the 4S dealership to claim it shortly. The man has a kind face, yet no one dares to get close to him at all. Even ruthless gang bosses upon seeing him would be so scared they become incontinent. Even mosquitoes and bugs don't dare approach within 3 meters. All because the man is 2 meters tall, built like an ox, and looks extremely ferocious, not looking like a good person at all. And today is the day for the freshman's physical test. But in an overcrowded line, only Qianting had a large empty space in front and behind him. And this is all because he is standing here. No one dares to get close. Damn. Is this big brother a newly enrolled school bully? Feels like he could fight 10 people at once. Holy crap, with this muscle and height. He didn't start training as soon as he was weaned, did he? What's there to make a fuss about? This big oaf definitely took too much growth hormone. He looks scary, but he's actually very weak. Wait till the physical test. Just watch how he makes a fool of himself. But Qianting just remained calm. The surprise and gossip of others he had long been accustomed to. Quiet down, students. Today the order for the boys' physical test is lung capacity, push-ups, standing long jump, pull-ups, and a 1,000-meter run. Take the test seriously. No cheating allowed. Hearing this, a sports student who had practiced for 2.5 years, Qianting, immediately boasted, "Isn't this easily doable with just hands? For lung capacity I'll blow at least 5,000. Push-ups, guaranteed 200. Today I'm going to break our school's physical test records. Brother sure is awesome." Soon, the students successively began testing. One by one their faces turning red, their lungs almost bursting, but they still only barely crossed the passing line of 3,000. When it was Qianting's turn, he blew with all his might. The number really exploded. Holy crap, 4,250 points. 50 points higher than the record. He really broke the record. Brother sure is too amazing. Just like my newly bought V14 account. Both handsome and possessing true strength. Wow. Where did you buy it from? Buy game accounts safely. Props and equipment. In-game currency. Just find Pongshe. Sign a contract. If the account gets recovered unexpectedly, find Pongshe. Service to the very end. Guaranteed compensation. No need to worry. Everyone was marveling and discussing the birth of the new record, while Qianting silently walked forward, picked up the mouthpiece. At this moment, the surroundings instantly became quiet. Everyone's gaze focused on him. This big oaf. I'd like to see what kind of trick he can pull off. They saw Qianting's chest lightly inhale, and then gently blow. The instrument screen jumped wildly. The numbers soared up, until it stopped at 21,000. The instrument even emitted beeping sounds, as if unable to withstand this astonishing lung capacity. Seeing this scene, the originally dead silence scene instantly exploded. Holy crap, 21,000. Is this still human? This is too outrageous. The machine must be broken. Big brother sure only got 4,250 points. This is crushing it by several times over. No, impossible. This is absolutely impossible. Qianting's pupils dilated abruptly, his whole body covered in goosebumps. He simply couldn't believe everything he was seeing. However, a scene that made him even more unable to believe happened very soon. Qianting turned and went to the push-up testing area, leaned down and braced against the ground, and immediately started doing push-ups rapidly, his speed getting faster and faster. In an instant, his movements were so fast there were only after images, almost 2 per second. You couldn't even see his form clearly. Not long after, the PE teacher counting on the side almost fried his CPU. 800, 802. Oh no, my counting can't keep up at all. Just how many more does this kid plan to do? At this time, the crowd was also completely dumbfounded. One by one, their mouths agape, frozen in place, their eyes filled with nothing but fear. The dimensional strike brought by this macho man directly shattered their worldview and understanding completely. Damn. Someone is using hacks. How can we even play? Gasp. 1,000 of them. Is this fucking a monster? Crazy. This is crazy. Does this big brother plan to directly break the Guinness World Record? Wow. If someone were to marry this macho man, how happy would they be? At this time, several girls next to them stared blankly. One by one, they couldn't help but secretly swallow their saliva, their eyes shining. They just wanted to grab Qianting and properly explore some biology knowledge in depth. Meanwhile, Shi Jinxiang was completely frozen in place, his eyes wider than a wild bull's two eyeballs, as if he had seen a ghost. He had trained hard for many years, giving it his all. He could only do 100 push-ups, but this macho man in front of him directly did 10 times his amount. And after finishing, he didn't even pant, and barely broke a sweat. Is this fucking the legendary ELO matching mechanism? Big brother, what's the point of having us sports students anymore? Instead of going to the Olympics, you're here smoothing in a low-level lobby. At this time, Shi Jinxiang had completely lost his arrogant demeanor from before, and was utterly crushed into submission. Big brother, you're amazing. How did you do it? It's alright, I underperformed just now. Normally I can do a few hundred more. There's no secret, as long as you practice more. You guys can do it too.